I've sensed the motivation that you guys gave me in my past video sharing on Frasers Centrepoint Trust in the SG4 Heavenly King REIT, and I've decided to do a video on FCT as promised. In this video, I will share the business updates for 3Q2023 on Frasers Centrepoint Trust, which came out recently, and more importantly, what is up ahead for this pure retail REIT. Without further ado, do hit the like and subscribe button. In my previous sharing, the bulk of the maturity debt in 2023 will be medium-term notes followed by unsecured bank borrowings, which both owes higher interest rate to investors and lenders, where I mentioned we could see potential higher gearing at later part of 2023. In 3Q 2023 business update, we saw a slight increase in the aggregate leverage, where average debt maturity is also extended from 1.91 to 2.53 years, where refinancing are completed for a higher interest rate, which explains the significant increase in the debt maturity. However, why is there a decrease in debt hedged to fixed interest from 76.4% to 63%? If we were to track back to last quarter in March 2023, we can see that the bulk of the debt maturity were medium-term notes for financial year 2023, and likely majority of the medium-term notes will not refinance at a higher interest rate than before. Hence, that leads to the decrease in debt hedged to fixed interest rate. We also saw an increase in secured bank borrowings for financial year 2024 and 2025 as compared to last quarter, as REITs in general will opt in to have a lower interest rate with collateral pledge rather than higher rate with no collateral from unsecured bank borrowings. So, what are these green loans that account for almost 50% of the total borrowings? These green loans are a partnership between Frasers Centrepoint Trust with OCBC on Singapore First Green Financing Solutions that comprises both green loans and carbon credits, with the objective of achieving net zero carbon emission in promoting sustainability in a green environment. While we continue to have more shopping malls, we also want to ensure our environment is clean and green, as Singapore is a fine country. Here, we can see how the occupancy rate stands for the shopping malls portfolio under Frasers Centrepoint Trust, which averages up at 98.7%. There have been a few ups and downs in occupancy in the past quarter for some shopping malls, but what surprised me is North Point in Yishun, which had a 100% occupancy rate in this quarter. Yishun being coined as Singapore's most dangerous place with 100% occupancy rate in North Point, that is amazing. Keep up the good job, North Point. But seriously, North Point is really like a maze lah. Aside from occupancy rate, we want to find out how is the traffic for shoppers and how does the shop perform in sales. If you are a boss who has a physical shop, of course you want customers to visit your shop and buy your products, right? From here, we noted that the shoppers' traffic has already resumed about 90% of pre-COVID levels, which is a good sign. Take note, this is excluding both Tampines 1 and NEX. I frequent NEX and the traffic is really super good and crowded. It is directly situated at the Northeast Line and Circle Line at Serangoon with integrated bus interchange. NEX may not be the biggest shopping mall under FCT, and as Chinese saying, 麻雀虽小，五脏俱全. The sparrow may be small, but all its vital organs are there, which means small but complete in every detail. Next has the daily essentials and also lifestyle entertainment required, such as the 3 local banks, NTUC Finance, Cold Storage, Food Republic, Food Junction, Din Tai Fung, Isetan, Courts, Challenger, Popular Bookstore, Shell Cinema, National Library, Sky Garden, and an array of retail shops that caters to shoppers' every needs and wants. Wow, macam like promoter for next year. For tenant sales, as compared to 2022, the sales also trended higher from January 2023 to current, and is 16% above pre-COVID level. This indicates that people are still willing to spend, especially on the daily essentials, despite the higher item or service costs. Aside from the traffic and sales, we also want to pay attention on lease expiry. We can see that for the next 2 years, from financial year 2024 to financial year 2025, the number of leases expiring will be the highest for Frasers Centrepoint. the lease area expiry will also be the highest for the next 2 years, which in terms will affect the rental income. In this article by HPro, a research done in 2022 noted that in the fringe and suburban areas, the average rent grew to $33.10 per square feet per month for prime first-story retail space. So the question to ask is, will tenants willing to renew the lease with a potential higher rental rates, which is definite, based on the higher interest rate environment? And if not, occupancy will be expected to drop moving ahead in 2024 and 2025. And how will Frasers Centrepoint react to that? Hence, new and continuous effort to bring in new tenants and also refreshing retail experience through AEI, marketing, and conducting corporate social responsibility is paramount to the growth of Frasers Centrepoint Trust. In summary, the challenges that lies ahead for Frasers Centrepoint will be how would they raise funds in the event they require funds like any other REITs would face. With their debt hedged to fixed interest decrease, they are likely to see other means of raising funds other than medium-term notes. Secondly, being a pure retail REIT play with a short lease expiry of less than 2 years, how will Frasers Centrepoint Trust deal with the increasing rental costs as a REIT manager with an average of 500 leases expiring the next 2 years in the portfolio? As usual, this is not a financial advice to buy or sell, and what are your thoughts on a pure retail REIT like Frasers Centrepoint Trust? Do like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you. Adios.